Kellyanne Conway, one of Trump's top transition advisors. Kellyanne, let's start with the president's agenda and whether he will keep the promises he made on the campaign trail. In his first interview as president-elect, Mr. Trump told the Wall Street Journal either Obamacare will be amended or repealed and replaced. Kellyanne, I got to tell you, I never heard him talk once on the campaign trail about amending Obamacare.
As you know, the House and Senate under Republican control, Chris, have repealed Obamacare dozens of times, but they never had a Republican president to go the next step. I think Mr. Trump has made very clear what his health care plan would look like, and it would not look like the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare. It would do what Obamacare doesn't do, let you buy health insurance across state lines the way you can buy auto insurance and other goods and services. It would block grant Medicaid to the states. It would create health savings accounts for individuals, which is a very free market solution that works in the private sector in many places. And he would also get rid of the Obamacare penalty practically on day one through his tax reform. He also has talked about convening a special session on January 20th after he is sworn in as President of the United States to do this very thing, to repeal and replace Obamacare. It would be a pretty remarkable move. So what you see with Donald Trump is what you get, and I believe that's why the voters gave him this election and this mandate.
But I want to get back to this question of whether he's going to repeal it or amend it, because Mr. Trump said that one of the reasons for his possible shift away from appeal was his meeting with President Obama. Here's what Mr. Trump told the Journal. I told him, the president, I will look at his suggestions, and out of respect, I will do that. Again, President Obama persuaded Mr. Trump on Obamacare?
I wouldn't take it that far. I believe that President-elect Trump is being properly respectful to President Obama. This is obviously his signature domestic legislative achievement, as to hear President Obama say it. But at the same time, this has been an incredibly important issue to millions and millions of voters who have been disappointed in the ill effects of Obamacare. I mean, their premiums have increased. Their quality has gone down. It was a lie. It was a complete lie, uttered dozens of times by the president and others, that if you liked your plan, you can keep your plan. If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. You hear people talking about a lack of access. And now with the Obamacare premium notices coming into your mailboxes and on your computer screens in October, many Americans woke up and said, wait, now I have to make tough choices about everyday affordability when it comes to paying the rent or the mortgage, food, consumables, and my health insurance. So this is an issue also, politically speaking, Chris, that helped the Republicans win and keep the House and the Senate in 2010 and 2014 in those off-year elections. And in 2016, they went for a president who had Obamacare repeal and replacement as a centerpiece of his messaging, including, if not especially, in those last weeks in October.
But I just want to make it clear, there's the possibility that he would amend the law rather than repeal the law. I understand he's going to change it, but he might amend it rather than repeal it.
We don't know, because he also has to work with the Congress, which the electorate also decided should be Republican, the House and the Senate. Also decided he should be working with a Republican majority leader in the Senate, a Republican Speaker of the House. This election was not close. It was not a squeaker. There's a mandate there, and there's a mandate for his 100-day agenda as well. And I got to tell you, Chris, the voters have also said, stop hiding behind divided government. For both sides, and both the legislative and the executive branch, stop using the excuse that you don't have one-party rule where you can actually get things done. That excuse has been removed, and I think you're going to see him take some significant action on Obamacare and on these other issues that he has talked about, like tax reform and defeating radical Islamic terrorism.